Is the probability 1%, correct? Or is that 1,000? Or is that
That's 1%.
No, it would be 1%.
okay?
Yeah, because it's 1 in 100.
1 in 100. That's right. D. If we wanted to decrease the probability of making a type 2 error, would we need to increase or decrease the level of significance? For a type 2 error, we would want to.
That means we wouldn't reject it. So wouldn't we want to increase?
Gosh, that's kind of confusing. So if we want. Okay. If the value is very small, the probability to commit it is large. Type 2 is large. Conversely, if alpha is allowed to be large, the probability of committing a type 2 will be very small. So if we want to
Increase.
we want to increase the alpha.
Okay, see that?
Okay, so we're going to increase for D. All right, you ready for 2?
Yep.
Holy cow, 2 is forever long. Okay. Assuming the national standard deviation. Okay, 2. A study of the National Association of Realtors reported in 2004 that second home sales accounted for nearly a third of residential real estate transactions. According to the report, the average age of a person buying a second home as an investment rental property was 47 years. Assuming the national standard deviation was 5, a real estate agent wants to determine if the average age of those buying investment property in his area is different than the national average. He randomly selects 15 of his clients who purchased an investment property and obtains the data shown. Yada yada. A. Design the study. What is the population from which the realtor obtains his data? How did he sample his population? What is the research question? Okay, the population is all second home sales, right? The average age of a person buying a second home. So anyone who's buying a second home, and it's in his area that he wants to figure it out. So that's the population. People buying a second home or investment property in his area. 15 clients who purchased investment property. So, and then SRS is the way he got the sample. Correct?
Sorry, what was that? What'd you say?
So, simple random sampling is how he got the sample, just randomly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then what is the research question? He wants to know the average age of people in the area. Okay. So that's A, right? B, collect the data. Name at least one way the realtor could have randomly selected his sample.
Draw names out of a hat.
Draw names out of a hat. One way would have been, so he did SRS, he could have done stratified by grouping it into the different neighborhoods, you know what I mean? Something like that. C, describe the data. Graph the data on a histogram, sketch the histogram below, or cut and paste your electronic copy. In a short paragraph, describe the data by using these 5 descriptors. How do you guys want to do this? Use our imaginations?
So if I can go into SPSS and just put in that data.
Okay.
And then select that column and then get all of the values on it.
Okay. Do that.
Maybe.
Do you want us to read it to you?
Yeah, hang on though, because I'm stuck on like the old data. How do I make a new?
While you punch that in, I'll be right back. I'll be back in a minute, okay?
Okay.
Okay, so what were the values?
So they are
27. I'm just going to go down. 35, 38, 49, 55, 58, 56, 50, 51, 45, 46, 56, 49, 48, 38. let me just. Okay, I have everything we need. So,
Okay, sorry about that. Okay. Click the data, blah, 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 blah. Did we figure the histogram out?
yeah, I have it.
So we can move on? Or do we want to describe the data, I guess?
Do you just want me to give you the mean, the standard deviation?
Sure.
So the mean is 46.73.
Okay.
46.73. And then the standard deviation is 8.827.
And then I guess high, low, median or something like that. That'll give us 5.
Yeah, let me get it for you.
Okay.
So the quartiles are. Hang on. I need to make sure maybe I didn't click the right thing. I have like the stem and leaf information and the histogram information, but I didn't click the right thing apparently to get percentiles. Ugh. I feel like I'm really still trying to figure out this whole SPSS thing.
Yeah, I feel like there wasn't a lot of training on how to use it correctly.
Because when I go to, it's descriptive statistics, right? And then we hit explore.
Yeah.
And I'm just not finding the part that says percentiles to click. Oh, found it. Okay. Yeah, I have them. Okay, so it says percentiles. 10 is 31.8. Oh, wait, so the minimum, I don't know exactly which ones would be. You want like 25, 50, and 75, right? Those are probably the most helpful. So 25 is 38.
Okay.
And 50 is 49.
Okay.
And 75 is 55. And it doesn't give me like 100 or the minimum and.
That's okay. Well, that's enough pieces of data, including the mean and the standard deviation. So we want to do D, make inference. This is taking a while, this one.
Hmm.
You guys okay just trying the quiz out and seeing what happens?
Yep.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
I gotta go get other things done before I try to fall asleep. All right. Let's give it our best whirl. True and true. Awesome. We only have to enter like 3 things. The rest are all multiple guess. Okay. You guys ready?
Yep.
Question 3.
21 things on mine. Did I get the right one?
No, we
Yeah, I've
have
got 21.
Same.
Okay, I just about threw up. Okay. Ready?
3. A hypothesis test consists of 2 hypotheses, the null and alternative. Which one represents the status quo? The null
the
hypothesis.
null hypothesis.
4. Which hypothesis involves equality? The null hypothesis.
Hypothesis.
The p-value is the probability of obtaining a sample statistic at least as extreme as the one that was actually observed. Use this information to answer question 5. When computing this probability, which hypothesis do you assume to be true?
The null
The
hypothesis.
null hypothesis.
Suppose the null hypothesis is HO with a mean of 10. Use the information to answer questions 6 through 8, which represents an alternative hypothesis for a two-tailed test.
That Not 10.
Not, it doesn't
Not 10, right?
either
Because
way.
the other two only do one-tailed.
Exactly.
Right.
With the not equaling, that means it could be greater or lower. If you select greater or lower, then you're only assuming it's 1. Okay, 7. Which of the following represents the alternative hypothesis for a left-tailed test?
Isn't it less
Less
than?
than 10? Yeah, it's less than 10.
Awesome. 8. Which of the following represents a right tail? Greater than 10.
Greater than 10.
Well done, everything. Look, we're on question 9. All right. The outcome of a hypothesis test is determined by comparing the p-value to the level of significance, or alpha. Here's information for questions 9 through 10. Which relationship would result in failing to reject the null hypothesis?
Isn't it the p-value being greater than alpha?
To reject the null hypothesis? Yes. Right? Or
Yeah, because I thought if it's greater than it, because if it's less than, then that means I think it's greater. We can look it up really quick. P-value.
greater we reject.
Yes.
Greater we reject. Right?
Yeah.
P-value is greater than that, we reject it. Okay. Greater than alpha. Correct?
So 10
Oh,
is
wait. Hold on. Sorry. Wait, where did you find that? Where did you find that? Oh, no, it says, hold on. On the online textbook, it says if p-value is less than, oh, wait, then yeah. And if p-value is greater than, then we fail to reject. That's not what we said?
yeah. So 9
If
is
p-value is less than alpha, we reject the null. And then if the p-value is greater than alpha, we fail to reject the null hypothesis.
So 9 is p-value is greater than, 10 is p-value is less than alpha.
Correct.
Beautiful. 9 greater than, 10 is less than. 11. An insurance company is reviewing its current policy rates. While originally settling the rates, they believe that an average claim amount was $1,500. They are concerned that the true mean is actually higher than this. Use of information. Which of the following would be an appropriate alternative hypothesis? The average claim amount is greater than $1,500. Correct? Because they believe it's higher. They aren't just saying, we don't think that equals this. We're thinking it is higher than this.
Right, so it would be greater.
Okay. Which of the following, for 12, would be the appropriate null hypothesis? The average claim amount is equal to $1,500.
Yes.
Bada bing. 13. The insurance company randomly selects n equals 40 claims and calculates a sample mean of 1650 using information for 13 through 15. The insurance company assumes the distribution of samples is normal.
Yes.
Is this a good assumption?
I think so.
Yes. They're doing great. What theorem or law justifies your answer to the previous question?
It would be the law of large numbers, right? Because that talks about means.
Yeah. Central limit theorem has to do with the shape, right?
I have it written down. That has more to do with the. I have it written down.
I think you're right. Law of large numbers.
Yeah.
15. Which following is the test statistic? That would be Z, correct?
Yeah.
Z. Okay. The historical mean of sales receipts at a grocery store is 150 with standard deviation of 40. If the manager suspects the average has decreased, he sets up a hypothesis with the following hypotheses. Okay. She will use a level of significance of alpha equals 0.05. She then takes a simple random sample of 36 sales receipts from her store and computes x equals 144. Uses information for questions 16 through 18. What is the z-score associated with this test? So we're looking at z equals 144 minus 150 all over 40.
I got negative 0.15.
Do it really quick to get a second answer. 144 minus 150 equals negative 6 over 40, negative 0.15.
It says 3 decimal places though, so should we put a 0 at the end?
I don't know. I think it'll be okay, right? That's up to you guys.
Yeah, it should be.
All right. What is the p-value associated with the z-score from the previous question? P-value. How did you figure out the p-value again? The probability?
Don't
Yeah,
you
the
just
probability applet.
A p-value is calculated by finding the area under the normal distribution curve, so farther away from the mean and the z-score. So do we just put it into the applet?
Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now.
Yeah.
And then what we're trying to figure out is what?
It doesn't say like if it's greater or less than. It just says find the p-value. So do you actually have to do like? Isn't it like subtracted by 1 or something?
And so they're trying to find out. She thinks that it is. She thinks that it is what? She thinks that it is has decreased, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So if I look at this,
So 0.44 0
0.4404, right? So
Yeah.
0.440.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Okay. 18. What inference would you make about the null hypothesis for this problem? Reject the null hypothesis.
Yeah. Sorry, what did you guys get for your p-value?
0.440.
Okay.
19, or sorry, 18 if you missed it was reject the null hypothesis.
Yeah.
19. There are 2 types of errors that can be made when performing a hypothesis test. Which one involves rejecting the null hypothesis when the null hypothesis is true?
Not type 1.
It's type 1, right?
I'm going to look in a second.
I don't remember. Type 1. Oh, no. Yeah, no.
Yep, type 1. Right? Okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
20. A researcher decided that instead of using a level of significance of alpha equals 0.05, he will use 0.01. Which of the following will be true? So by decreasing the alpha, we increase the chance of a type 2.
Yeah.
So the probability of a type 2 error will increase?
Yeah. Increase.
By decreasing the alpha. All right. If alpha equals 0.05, compute the probability of committing a type 1 error. Oh, let me look at this. That's the same, right? 0.05, type 1 error. I think. That makes sense? So that's the probability for a type 1 error to occur is the alpha.
Yeah.
Because the lower, so because the type 2 is different. Type 1 is directly related to the level of significance, correct?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Ashlyn, is that what you're feeling too?
I think are they both? Maybe. Aren't they both related to this? I don't. Sorry, what you said? It's 0.05 still.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Give it a shot. Well, let's see. What did you guys get?
I got an 82.
So did I.
Yeah.
So it was the central limit theorem for 14.
That makes me want to kick myself.
Okay. 16 was negative 0.15 was wrong. P-value was wrong. And fails to reject? Makes no sense to me. But
Well, at least we're done for the week, and we can all kind of review that after we're done with the test.
yeah, that's how I feel right now.
So let me
Yeah,
post.
I gotta go over it.
Yeah, I'm going to post this for us.
It's not too big of a hit. I mean, when we look at it, I mean, especially if we keep doing our homework and keep doing well on most of the group meetings, you know, getting A's, that'll keep our grade up.
Yeah.
And of course, we
Yeah.
So
Thanks, guys.
I'm gonna run off.
Okay.
Thank you. Good night.
All right.
Night.
See ya.